Yeah, we live. Good morning. Hey, we 20 seconds live. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, listen, my music ain't ready, man.
Your music ain't been ready for 2 weeks now.
Whatever, bro. Listen, listen, everybody. We have some special guests today. We have one that's on the screen right now. You want us to give you a big introduction, or you want to let the world know who you are and your own way?
Was that me?
Of course, you.
No, you can give me an introduction. Let me hear what you got.
You go first and I'll go second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have this very special young lady on the screen right here. Her name is Shelly. Can I give you a full government?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have,
You remember it?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll never forget it. we have Shelly Miller. She's very vibrant. She's very outspoken. She will tell you what she think and how she feels. She doesn't hold back, especially when it comes to me. She would give you that word. So Nick, how would you
I mean, I wasn't gonna say all that, but I was just gonna say she like a sister that don't pick up the phone. But yeah.
Don't even do that. You want to see me in like 8 years, nigga. Stop.
I saw you last year.
Yeah,
I thought y'all was giving her a good introduction.
You know what I'm saying?
But she's still my family. That's what I'm saying. No matter how long you don't talk to nobody, you still connected. And this is a good person. We've been cool since what 08, 09.
Mm-hmm.
Good person, and she's an actress up and coming.
Yep.
Cap sheet.
We're gonna do another show on that one. We're gonna bring her back on that too.
Oh, okay. All right, promo. I see you. What's up, guys?
And then we add another person, Antoinette Kirby.
Hello.
Hello.
We've known her since college days too. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That's Nettie?
Yeah, Nettie.
Okay.
So while our other two brothers are getting connected, we're gonna go ahead and put the intro on. No, we'll be back.
Yeah, I know you waiting on another one. So girl, here go the other one. Crying on me while you snap your fingers, snap your fingers, snap your fingers. I know you waiting on a special song, so you and your nigga can get it on. Like crying on him while you snap your fingers, snap your fingers, snap your fingers, yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome
Cute.
back. I'm looking at you. All right, we got the other brothers on. So to our new guests, our new family members, Natty, Shelly, Coach A. We're gonna ask y'all before we get into part two. Before we get into Before we get into part two of the relationship conversation, we're going to go ahead and ask y'all. The conversation last week was, are you comfortable with your spouse hanging out, being friends, and having a relationship with someone or people of the opposite sex? Shelly, get the honors to go first.
I mean, me personally, I'm comfortable with it because I have a friend that I've known since I was like 10 of the opposite sex, and it's just platonic brother sister type joint. So I'm comfortable with it, but I also want to see who the chick is that my spouse or significant other is friends with, because if I have a bad vibe about her, then she can't stay. That's all I'm saying. It all depends on the other person.
She says she okay with it, but they can't say if she get a bad vibe.
Huh?
So I can't talk about my mic.
Oh, hold on. Let me try to move this.
Hold on real quick.
We got some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a second.
Yeah, your mic can hit everybody, right?
Oh yeah, all right. I can mute this.
No, but she didn't explain that.
While we're doing it.
If she cool with that, but she catch a bad vibe, that's kind of like strangling the fence. Because if you catch a bad vibe, you shouldn't be cool with it from the beginning.
I don't think it's straight defense, but I asked.
I'm just saying, one thing. If you have a bad vibe, you shouldn't be cool with it. So they want you to go more in depth with it.
About the specific part about you. First, you said that you're okay with it, and then on the back end, you said if you get a bad vibe, you cutting it like, nah, you can't be friends with homegirl.
I mean, yeah, because you know, like, I mean, all right, I put it like this. For Jamaicans, if our spirit don't take you, it just don't take you. So it is just, you can be watching that person. But if I feel like she's one of those people that are trying to talk to my dude, like on the fly, or, you know, she's always like, trying to touch him, there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not comfortable with. But if she's just like a platonic friend, like how my friend Patrick is my friend, and it's no like, oh, let's touch, and, you know, you're so funny, ha ha ha. We all know that thing's funny. Nah, you can slide. But I trust my man to be friends with somebody else, but it's always the other people that you gotta watch out for. It may not be the significant other, it might just be the other person.
Y'all still got it. Y'all must be in the same. Y'all in the same room.
That's because we're in the same room.
Oh, give me a mute here, did you?
Maybe y'all gotta mute while one of y'all is talking.
All right, so Nettie, what is your stance on this?
I feel like I don't care. You can have your female friends, whatever you want. I feel like we're all grown to this day. Like shouldn't matter. Like you should know what's right and wrong. Like I shouldn't have to be your parent kind of thing. Like telling you, oh, you can't be friends with this person.
But I think sometimes too that, like, sometimes you might not see the same thing that I'm seeing, and you might realize it a little bit later. But all in all, I'm still comfortable with it. Like if you say that's your friend, then that's your friend until proven wrong.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go back and forth with the person. Like, cause like, hey, if I feel like she's jeopardizing something, it's just time for me to walk away. Then I'm not gonna argue with a man about another person. You should know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, y'all saying that y'all are okay with it.
Yeah, back in the day, me would have said, heck no.
Why back in the day though?
Me now, like
that's the story right there.
Can they hear me?
Yeah.
So you said back in the day. Why back in the day?
Because I was insecure.
I mean.
So you
Turn the volume down some.
turn your volume down. All right, cool. So you said back in the day, you said you was insecure.
So is that?
That's just a volume. That's a volume. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out. But you said that it was because of insecurities.
Mm-hmm. How many times I was cheating.
Explain how that changed.
You just got older. It's over time. It's like I don't feel like I should be having a restraint on myself. It was like, why should I be putting that on somebody else?
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, putting them in
all right, cool. We good now. I think we good now.
I think also with age, you kind of just you like what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with, and you're like, I feel like when you're younger, you got a lot of energy for a lot of foolishness, and when you get older, you're like,
you got a lot of time for arguing.
Yeah,
you got time for that.
if this is what we're doing, then maybe I don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just better to
Mhm.
leave. Because who has stress? Who has time? I don't like wrinkles, so I'm not stressing myself.
Okay. So Coach A, you wasn't here for the discussion last week. What's your take?
Well, I agree with both these ladies. You know, I mean, if that's your friend, that's your friend. But if obviously there's boundaries, but just like they said, you know, everybody should know their boundaries. And if you want to ruin your relationship by crossing boundaries, then that's what's gonna happen. But we're not in the policing game. You know what I'm saying? We too, like she said, we too mature. And when you get older to a point, you don't want to police every relationship, everything that's going on. So obviously, it's people we want to know who you're, you know, associating with, and especially if you're spending a lot of time with them. Then definitely we want to know what's going on. But I agree. I mean, we can't, you know, if you have a male friend, you have a male friend. But as far as hanging out and stuff, you can hang out together, or, you know, if there's some things that, you know, where I can't make it and you want to go, I trust you. I trust you. You know, now I know my wife is, she don't feel the same way. She
And this
don't
is where
believe
I
in
want to get to. I don't want
how.
everybody. I don't want everybody just agreeing with each other. I want to get to something that's negative. But you saying that your wife is something that this is something she don't agree with. I need you to go in depth with why she don't agree with that.
Well, you got to understand that it has nothing to do with me or anybody else. That everything has to do with the individual insecurity, and that's what these ladies is telling you, that they're secure in themselves enough to trust you, that they're not going to let their emotions drive them into thinking you're doing something wrong or doing something bad. They're pretty secure until the writing on the wall becomes evident. Then they're either going to let you know or, you know, kick you out, whatever the situation is. So I feel like that's where that's stemming from, is that, you know, if I have to tell you who you can hang with and who you can't hang with, then it's a part of insecurity that's in me that, you know, somehow I'm not able to deal with, either from a past relationship or something that's going on. So I mean, you just have to understand. Once you understand that, because I give you an example.
I
I
know
can
you
give you
will.
a prime example with me,
I know you
right?
will. Go ahead. Yeah, let me hear it.
Jimmy helped us move,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And so it was at a point that Jimmy, you know, he had to drop some stuff off at the house, and I wasn't even there yet. So, you know, it's just a level of trust. Jimmy's a good friend. And so we trust, and we've had discussions about Jimmy, like, yo, is it cool if, you know, if Jimmy do this or if Jimmy do that? And I'm like, yo, it's cool. You know, and this is actually what, you know, my wife asking me, because of knowing how the situation is going to go. So you have to know the individual. Now, everybody is not like that, because I don't even like regular people knowing where I stay, let alone somebody in the house with my wife at the same time. So it's just a matter of the individual. Like, I think one of the ladies mentioned, I think it was Shelly, said that she would have to know that particular individual that you're hanging with, so she can kind of decide if this is a good person or not. And so, and I agree, we should be able to know these individuals so that we can make our own assumption and be like, hey, you might need to watch out for that person, because they really have alternate intentions, as opposed to, you know, just being a outright friend or, you know, stuff like that. So it's just, you know, I mean, I think it can be done. We as humans are in control of ourselves, and it can be done. But, you know, it's just a matter of the individual and the relationship between, you know, you and your spouse or your significant other, and where each person is in life. Are you capable of having a relationship with a woman? You know, at one point I wasn't. I'll be honest, at one point I wasn't capable of just having a regular platonic relationship. I was waiting on my opportunity like some of the other guys, you know, but now in the stage I'm in now, I realize that I have a lot more respect for women and a lot more respect for myself. I have the utmost respect for myself. And so if I'm caught out doing some things, then that's going to make me look bad. And all the things that I'm teaching or the stuff that I'm doing, people are going to be like, oh, that's just Coach A. You know what I'm saying? He lying or he ain't truthful. So it just depends on how the respect level you have for individual, but above all, it's the respect level you have for yourself that it determines how your relationship is really going to be with anybody. So that's just from Coach A.
I'll be honest that like a lot of my relationships have from my friend Patrick, right? They're always like, well, who's this nigga? And in my mind, I forget to say, oh, this is my homeboy Patrick, because he's just always been there. So I'll be like, oh, I'm hanging out with Patrick. And they're like, and so you have to get to know who your person is hanging out with and who their friends are, so that you don't have to feel a certain way. Because I'll tell you, it's always a concept. I mean, a question, and niggas always like, well, am I ever gonna meet him? Like I feel like, and that's from their past experiences with women that said, oh, that was my friend, and maybe they were messing around, or if they've been cheated on. Me personally, like how Nettie said, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm gonna leave. You know, at the end of the day, I know I'm a bad woman, so I'm gonna leave. I don't have to worry and stick with you.
Shit, I know I'm a bad woman, so I'm gonna leave.
Hey, I will tell you this: it's not necessarily from those guys' past experiences. Some of that is from their own self, how they would act in situations like that. So you got to also take that in consideration. If a person think the worst of somebody else, is because if they was in that situation, they would probably be trying to do the worst or be the worst person as well.
Yeah, that's what they say. I know guys, and I know he want you, and I'm like, no, it's not anything like that. Maybe that's what you wanted to do back in your time, and maybe that's what you want to do currently, but that's not what it is.
But I will tell you this: just because a person respects you and don't do it doesn't mean he doesn't have those feelings or those urges.
That's true.
You got to be real. He is a guy, and there's certain things that we can control, but we can't. Some are emotions inside. But part of being a man is knowing right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so you just be like, you know what? I ain't crossing that line.
I hate when you guys say he's a guy. No, you're a human, just like a female's a human. Well, yeah. We have urges too. You don't think some of y'all are fine and we want to be just like, hey.
Right.
Yeah, I hate when guys say he's a guy, and y'all know how y'all operate, and in your situation that maybe back in your day you would have tried to get at somebody, but trust me, women are just as evil and foul, and they don't care when you're in a relationship. Hell, they want you more when you're in a relationship because they know somebody wants you, so you must be good to them. So
where was you at 10 years ago, man? I wish I knew all this back then. We had to work hard.
I don't understand why men have to work hard, because you think women don't?
No.
It's because y'all say, oh, a woman's supposed to look like this, supposed to act like this. And for some reason, we just follow along. But really, we talk to our friends like, girl, let me tell you about homeboy, Coach A. Come on, man. Like, that's what girls do. So,
hey, why are you watching?
Watch it. Yeah, be careful what you say, bro. Be careful.
Women talk the same way. So let's not put the gender roles on and say, because he's a guy, and women do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I know plenty of women that have messed up relationships, not my friends, but of women that have messed up relationships, married men, because they couldn't control themselves and they wanted that. So let's just.
So not Miss Nettie. She looked all put together.
Oh, thank you.
I got a question for you, Shelly.
Yeah.
So when you do get into a relationship, like is Patrick one of the first things that come up to let your friend, your boyfriend at the time know, or does he come on later down the road?
And that's a good question, because do you feel like you have to explain yourself or explain him to your boyfriend?
Well, she said every time. Honestly, yeah, because I bring it up early, because when we're like in the dating process, because I'm like, listen, this is my homeboy Patrick. He's been here forever. He'll probably be here longer than you. So
don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
Don't say that.
Ooh,
I need you to understand, because I've had boyfriends that would want me to stop hanging out with Patrick to be with them. That's not happening. Patrick's been his family. He's been around the family forever. He's been in the hospital with my sister. Like, he's not going anywhere. You will definitely go somewhere before he will go somewhere. And that's just period.
So like in that instance, is it hard for you to keep? I'm not saying like you can't keep a boyfriend or whatever, but from that standpoint of your relationship, is it hard to keep a boyfriend?
It depends on the man, because like my current boyfriend right now, he's fine with it. Like, he's met Patrick and they joke
with it, or he telling you he's fine with it?
He's fine. Patrick was here at his apartment yesterday, and they was chilling, watching the game, which is why I got stuck watching the game. Like,
but just because they chilling watching the game, that don't mean your boyfriend like it.
Oh, I gotta hang out with this nigga.
He said he's fine. He's told me that he's fine, and I'm gonna go off what he says. If that's what he says, then that's what you say. But me personally, you ain't gotta lie to me. If you don't like him, then just say that.
I feel you.
But I would think that in the beginning it is cause for a lot of jealous emotions, because not understanding the relationship, they're trying to spend a lot of time with you, and Patrick has got this open door policy. He can come and go when he wants to, and they trying to get to that status. Huh?
No, it's definitely a conversation that always has to be had, because Patrick is one of those people that, like, he can come to the house whenever. You're right. So, but he comes to my mom's house whenever too. So it's almost like you have to see, he's not just coming just like we just in a dark room together. Like, we go out and do stuff. And I always tell whoever I'm with, like my current boyfriend, I tell him like, oh, Patrick's over. And he's fine. Like, it's not like I'm hiding like, oh yeah, he was over for because now it sounds suspicious and you can't see text messages from. It's nothing like that. It's just.
Do Patrick got a girlfriend?
Because I know it's something that I do, so I'm like, I can't be like upset if you have a friend as well.
Do Patrick got a girlfriend?
He does. Well, he did. Now it's not anymore.
Oh, because of you, huh?
Hey, that's Jimmy's job to be messy.
He still has to does his own things, okay? That's
all right. Well, you got it. When he's doing all this coming and going, you got to teach him how to keep a girlfriend.
Well, listen, maybe y'all may need to teach him how to have a girlfriend, because since y'all know what y'all do, y'all.
What we do? Hold on. What do we do?
I don't know. That's what y'all say. I know how men think. I know how God's thinking.
Yeah. I would
help bring him up, because he ain't listening to me.
I would tell him to spend more time with his girlfriend than with no offense.
Plenty of time with his girlfriend. Plenty.
I'm just teasing.
Question. You got good questions.
Real quick, Shelly and Eddie. So do y'all, with your guy best friends, do y'all give them do y'all have a lot of relationship talks up there with the person that they're with? Like, do y'all get them pointers or what the do's and do nots and all that other stuff?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
My male friend, he knows what to do, really. But sometimes.
If they ask, I'll give my opinion, but I'm not gonna just
come out
to what she might not like the same things that I like, or you got to know who your girl is, and if you're asking me my opinion, you got to take out of that what you think applies to your female. So sometimes you give it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just watch back and just okay. That's what you want to do.
Like, he messing up, but I don't want to say that because he ain't asked.
I think honestly every person should have the opposite sex either in their mom, their dad, but if they don't have those, that they can have like a close friend, if it's not a brother or a cousin, somebody that they can talk to and get better understanding about men. Women can get better understanding about men by talking to a man, and vice versa. You can always get that information, because sometimes I talk to my daughters, and she'll come to telling me some stuff. I'll be like, look, baby, he probably got another girl. if you can't talk to him at night, or he's always secretive or doing this and that, then and sometimes women don't know, and we know. right? And so we be like, look, chances are he's probably not into you, you know. So that information you can learn from a good friend. But you know, that's the thing, is being able to find a good solid friend, nobody that has self-control and be like, you know what, I'm not going to cross the line. I don't care how beautiful you are or how awesome you are or what my situation is. I'm just not going to cross this line. And so sometimes it's hard to find people like Patrick.
Hey, Nick, bring Stokes in.
I'm giving Patrick the benefit of the doubt.
So we got another high school friend with us today.
Family.
Yeah, Mr. Stokes. Stokes, you got anything to ask or talk to these?
You got to make sure that everybody know he's your favorite Facebook comedian.
Yeah, you got to introduce him. He's your favorite Facebook comedian. He has where you went? Where did he go?
Where he went?
He probably just turned the screen off or something.
You getting his face right. No, y'all give him a second.
Yeah. Funny, man.
Nelly, don't think we forgot about you. We just trying to get Shelly talking. She got to go.
They was going back and forth. I ain't want to cut in.
We gonna get you real soon. We gonna get you.
Well, get it right now while Stokes getting together. You get it right now.
Hold on, Shelly, you got to go right now, right?
No, I can say a little bit.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you like in the conversation?
Yeah, I still gotta go.
Hey, is Patrick there?
No, I'm at my
Okay. I got a question about Patrick. So, is Patrick like? What's his demeanor? Is he like hood? Is he like professional? College?
A little in between.
Mature, smart. How would you describe him?
I don't know. Patrick is. He's very conversational and he likes to joke around.
Does he dress up? Can you see? Does he wear a suit and a tie sometimes?
No. Most of the time he's in a hoodie and jeans.
He wouldn't wear a suit and tie?
If the occasion called for it, he would.
Okay, all right.
Why you need to know all that?
Because you know how I am. I like to read people. And so sometimes if you find a person, say what?
Let's go read
it. This is how I am. So I'm just trying to get a gist of how this best friend is, you know. I mean, I can imagine, like, what if he was, pants hanging all the way down, big old gold chain, and looking like Little John, like hanging out at the house, like, yo, this is my like, nah, dog, you ain't nobody's friend today.
Praise those, man.
You just by clothing, okay.
Yeah, even though it really don't matter, because sometimes you can dress nicely with a suit and you can be the dirtiest dude in the world. Like, it don't really matter.
You went to church sometimes.
Yeah. Mr. Stokes, you on now?
What's up, man? Good morning, people.
What's up, bro? Give us some knowledge, man. You weren't here last week either, so I'm gonna have Nick ask you the question, and I want you.
He was here last week.
He was here.
Yeah.
I must be tripping.
Oh, not Dante.
But you was commenting in the comments, brother. What you was commenting on that we had to bring you on for?
I was listening, and Miss Eddie seemed like a very sweet, calm person, and I like that. I like her spirit. I like her soul. She like, bro, you gonna do what you gonna do. I ain't finna check you. And you know what I'm saying? Right. That does come with age, and she's probably at a place now where she was like, you know what? I'll cut you off before I have to get myself bail money. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let you slide. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to Coach A, and I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? These are the type of people that inspire me. He was like, he's asking 1,000 questions and he's trying to be understanding and understand the situation. I'm not with it. I ain't with it. And so I'm gonna get with Miss Shelly. Miss Shelly, I made my comments perfectly good and clear. You too fine to be out here talking about you got guy friends and
you remember you made that comment last week?
Yeah. Stokes trying again. He trying again this week.
Well, hey, y'all keep bringing him on the show. I'm gonna keep being honest. So, Miss Shelly, I'm
Yeah.
looking at you and I'm like, okay, this dude Patrick, Coach A talking about what he wear and what he dress. I don't want to hear all that. You ain't finna come to me with some dude named Patrick and he out here looking like Michael Ealy mixed with Trey Songz and Chris Brown, thinking my boy's gonna be your friend. You got me bent all the way up. You got me bent all the way up. What y'all don't know, Patrick out here 6'3", with 6 packed up, chiseled down chest, and that's why they friends. Not playing with me. Patrick, no sir.
No.
No,
Well, then,
sir.
I mean, Stokes, then me and you would just be together. That's just it. I told you, Patrick gonna stay here longer than any of y'all. So
You did say that, though, so you wouldn't be lasting
And
long.
she did say that. And you know who else long? You know who else lasts long? Side dudes. Because I've been side dudes for a while. Okay? Listen, y'all want me to be real? I was a side dude for like 7 years. And she got a new boyfriend. And we knew her looking at him like, brother, you the new dude in this relationship. I've been on the sideline for 7 years.
Oh my God. I love it. I love this dude, man. I gotta let me pause for 1 second. I just want to say thank you, Stokes, for always gracing us with your presence.
Hey, well, I appreciate y'all for always having me. And
because we know you're gonna keep it real on this subject. So
I said it last week. B, see what happened when him and his lady were friends, 1,400 miles away, and they in love now. See what happened when being friends get you.
Yeah. Nick, hit him with something else.
No, right now this is the Stokes show right now.
Stokes came on and took over. I want to know what Justin at though. What Justin at? Because I really want to get his point of view.
But I mean, I guess back to the relationship and the friends thing. Nelly, you say you have the best friend that's a male?
Yeah.
So let me ask everybody this: when y'all in a relationship. And my thing is, when you say you have a best friend, best mean one. So how can you be best friends with your best friend, but your boyfriend ain't your best friend?
Nick.
Or your girlfriend ain't your best friend, or your wife ain't
Nick.
Go ahead, Shelly. You go first, and we're gonna go to Nettie next.
That's a good question.
I mean,
you first?
Yeah, Shelly, you go first, and Nettie next.
I think you can have more than one best friend, but it's also my best friend. He has more years on you, so you just have to catch up, kind of thing. Like,
but I'm saying, when you say best, like you can't say, McDonald's has the best burgers, but Burger King got the best burgers too. No, you gotta choose one.
No, I think that relationships are different, though. It's not a common. It's not a singular thing.
It should be.
Why?
Why are you marrying your best friend, but then you got a best friend?
Because sometimes you need to talk to somebody outside your relationship that can give you different point of view.
But that doesn't make them a best friend because you can talk to them.
Yeah. What is the best friend to you?
For me, I don't have best friends. I have family members. Okay. I can't put a label on a best friend. You know what I mean? I don't have best friends. I have family members.
So
I mean, I would in your situation, I would consider Patrick a family member. Like he's a brother, right?
Yeah, that's how I explain him. But you always have to give like, okay, he's like a really close friend, but I call him a brother.
He ain't cool with him.
Say it again.
For Patrick, when I say Patrick, I said Patrick's a really close friend, but I call him my brother because he's always around the family and at family functions and stuff.
So you're saying Patrick's not your best friend, right?
Patrick's my best guy friend.
But shouldn't your significant other be your best friend?
Yes.
But in my mind, I can have more than one best friend because Patrick came at a different time when I needed somebody like Patrick, and my current boyfriend is at a different time. So yeah, Patrick has more years, and I've shared more just because we have more years together. Whereas me and my boyfriend now, we've been together 7 months, so I'm forming that best friend thing. That's not something that you just jump into because I'm gonna also have to live with this man. I'm gonna have to marry this man, have his kids. You know, that comes with different quirks and stuff that I've already dealt with Patrick because I've known him since I was 10.
I got you.
So Patrick is my best male friend, but I still have two best girlfriends as well, like because they all come at different times in my life where I needed them specifically.
Got you.
That's how I
Let
feel.
Miss Nelly, let Miss Nelly go.
I want to hear what Natty got to say.
Yeah, Miss Nelly.
Well, I call my male friend. He's my good friend. You really look at it, because when we get in a relationship, we're not really like next to each other trying to make the other person feel their significant other to feel like some type of way. So it's like we don't hang out like that out and everything, because you do gotta respect other people in their relationship. So he's like my good friend when it comes to family stuff and everything. Don't come to that. He ain't my man. You don't need to come to that.
I like that.
She got this thing on lock, boy. I'm telling you.
She's real short and sweet with it too.
Hey, and it makes sense. That's the thing. Some people be short and
to come to
sweet,
that.
and you got to question it. But she's short and sweet, and it makes perfectly good sense. But
you can't have more than more than one best friend. Obviously, it just depends on the person. But however, when you're dating, I agree. Miss Shelley, like you have this friend that's been there a lot longer, and the other guy got to get there. But once you cross over to a certain stage, like you're making this person, either your husband or your spouse or whatnot. Then it's different because the connection is a lot stronger, and it doesn't matter who has more years. Then this new person automatically gets grandfathered in. Your husband or your spouse, their emotions, their feelings, all that stuff get grandfathered in, and so everybody else get put on second, to that. But until, of course, you get to that point, till you get, people don't understand that, then yeah, I mean, of course you can have another best friend, or this person been around longer or stuff like that. I can understand that. But once you make a commitment to be that person and make this person your significant other, depending on the individual, some people might have different, opinions about their significant other. Everybody else should take a back seat. Just like Miss Nettie said, you don't need to come to that. You ain't my man. So she just, in her situation, it sounds like she has a go-to guy. She can, if she asks him questions or something, she has a person she can call as a friend and can trust that person, whatever. But when it comes to hanging out and, going to family functions and stuff, she kind of, like, this is a little too close. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much.
You gotta put boundaries. You got to put a little boundaries.
Yeah.
Because y'all know what y'all men do out here. Y'all do.
No, we heard that it's the women that do it though.
It's some of us too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, my days. Yeah, it's some of us.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's this question?
So we've been talking about best friends in relationships, opposite sex. Do you have more of a problem do you think your significant other would have more of a problem if you guys dated before and now you're just friends?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. We talked about that.
She said, do you think you would have a problem with if you had a friend now that y'all previously dated before the relationship, do you think you would have a problem with that friendship? Absolutely, 100%.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
He got such a good heart. Such a good heart.
Hey,
it just depends, man. It just depends.
I'm straight with myself. Like my wife, she wouldn't call him a best friend. I wouldn't call him a best friend either. But they still do talk. I mean, I would call him more of a little bit more than an acquaintance. Like they used to date back in the day. I told him last week I played basketball with dude. I mean, he all right.
That's supposed to mean they play basketball with.
I'm saying he all right with me.
I think there's a certain level to like date, because if like, we dated when we was in middle school and then we became friends, and it's like, okay, that's some juvenile immature stuff. But like, no, we dated in our mid-20s. We, had relations and then we broke up. Then that's dead. That's dead. That's dead. We talked about that last week.
Everybody on the show done had hanky panky with somebody else other than they significant other or they they boyfriend.
Or are you
right
friends with them? Though?
Doesn't matter. Somebody been up.
I can't be friends.
I mean, we friends when I'm single, but if I'm in a relationship, then hey, I walk past you like I don't even know you. and go to text me and tell me I'm all kinds of such and such. You gonna get this person has restricted this contact after you text me because you blocked, because you can't be messing with you.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right,
All right.
Hold on real quick. Shelly, go ahead.
Hey, before you go ahead and plug Caption now.
Oh, okay. So you guys can follow my personal page at Black Tinka. That's Black Tinka, Tinka. And then my business page is where we do. I have a small production company with my sisters called Capisce Productions. That's CAPISHE Productions. You guys go ahead and follow me. We have short films on YouTube at Capisce Productions. We have 2 short films, and we're working on our 3rd one. I just wrapped a horror short film called Obi. You can follow that Obi movie, OBI movie at IG. And yeah, just see what I'm working on next, guys.
Hey, before you go, I want to be in one of your films one day, Shelly.
Everybody want to be in a film. You want to know what you can do? You want to be in a film? You go buy a shirt at pt.2 so that we can have money to make these films, okay?
So if I buy a shirt, you gonna put me in the film?
We'll see what we can do. No promises. Still got auditions.
You said if I want to be in the film, go buy a shirt.
I got to know that you're serious, because we can't just be having people like, oh, everybody wants to be in a film, but they don't want to help. It's indie films. It's my money.
So what would 2 shirts get me?
2 shirts will get you a walk-on roll.
Huh?
2 shirts will get you a walk-on roll.
I'm gonna go buy 2 shirts next week.
You gonna be in the background.
Yeah, no. I want some lines. I want some funny lines.
Well, I mean, we got scripts on scripts on scripts that we're trying to do. So
all right, I'm gonna put some money in your pocket.
Yeah, CapisceProductions.com. You can go check out the website, buy a shirt, help us out, help us fund our movies. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye. Nick, you can't act.
Who can't? Now all you gotta do is give me a role and I'm good. So Nettie, you the only female on the show right now, so you about to get hit with a whole bunch of questions.
Hot seat.
Bring them.
Nettie, like, you ain't giving us nothing, Nettie. You answering the question and everybody agreeing with you.
What you want me to say? The only thing I do not agree with y'all was I don't really need to know the person. Like my boyfriend's friend, like other friend, I don't really need to know them. Like you should know already. Like, hey, she feels this way. He's trying to get it to more than friends. You should already know that.
But you know, guys sometimes are a little naive. You know, we don't catch stuff like that sometimes. So sometimes, you know, people need help.
Well, I shouldn't have.
You don't even need to know the name. You don't even need to know the name. Like he just say a name, like okay.
Well, you know the name. Like that's how you know that person's been around. Like that person's been around a long time. If you tell me the name, but if you want to give me that information, give me that information. I'm not gonna go looking and hey, who's this? Who's that? Who's this? I need to know. I'm not gonna ask you if you want to volunteer that information. Okay.
Oh, so you'd be like, oh, I just came back from talking to Shelly. You could be like, okay.
Yeah, no, I'll be like, who's okay, Shelly, and then that's it. And keep it moving. And then that's it. I'm not gonna go in and be like, I need to meet this person, I need to do this. Yeah. No, I'm not doing all of that.
Yeah, I understand that. I thought when you said you don't need to know the person, like you don't even care, like I don't even need to know the name.
Nah, the name yet. I would if you volunteer information.
You was gonna get a lot of DMs.
He about to ask about the comments right now. Okay.
Coach A.
Yes, sir.
You seen the comments your wife been putting up?
I'm trying to figure out why I say Morales at the end. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hey, I ain't trying to start no problems, but you been reading them though?
I read some of them. I already know how she feel. What she say? Put them up.
I ain't worried about how she feels.
No, I mean she put up in the comments that you can have more than one best friend. I mean, I completely disagree with that, but everybody is, in tune to their own opinion. But she said she got more than I don't know.
She got a lot of best friends.
Yeah. Like I said, my wife be saying she got a lot of best friends too. But like I said earlier, how can you have more than one best? Like you say, this is the best. How can you have more than the best?
Because everybody comes with a different package. Everybody's different.
She's very conservative. She's very conservative. She's not gonna let no guy get within her circle for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's just very conservative when it comes to that. Now, girls, she believes she can have more than one best friend, but I don't think she has more than one best friend. She has a lot of friends, but people she called her best friends, I've only heard is one.
But Nettie, well, what you said, you say people come with different aspects of the relationship.
Yes, like I have 4 best friends, and everybody is different. Like it's just you can have more than a best friend, and you can love as many as the heart is endless. So it's like I feel like you can't put. I do have a lot of best friends. You can't just have like just one best friend. Everybody brings something else to the table.
I'm laughing.
Right.
So she said something real cool just then, like the heart loves who the heart gonna love. So when do you distinguish what type of love you given to certain people?
I disagree.
Okay, can I have a question to answer first?
I'm about to answer your question.
I don't think it was directed to us.
I was directed to everybody else. Then you can go. We got guests, Jimmy. Don't act silly in the house. we got guests, Jimmy. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with Jimbo. But that's a question to everybody. And Jimmy, you can go ahead and
No, you're right. We got guests. We got guests. You're right. Go ahead.
So no, because she said something very cool. I kind of feel that same way when your heart has love for so many people. How do you distinguish what type of love you have for somebody that you want to be serious with versus who your best friend is?
Yeah. I answer that. It was just you just know that you want to be around that person more than your best friend. You want to be around that person. So it's a totally different love. I don't even know how to answer that one.
Hey, I can tell you the answer to that. It's all based on your mind. That's what it is. You see, we have your mind is your conscious mind is the actual gate to your heart. And so what happens is if you don't allow people to get past that gate to your heart, then they'll never get there. They'll never have that strong relationship. It's just like people that you meet on a regular basis, because you think about them a certain way, they never get past that stage. But the people that you open up to is the people that get past that stage, and you really can't control it. It just becomes a relationship. So the way you do that is when you look at a person, you automatically think, okay, this person is a person that I enjoy being with or whatnot. And so you open up that gate and you allow them to begin to speak to you, which is like your subconscious inside. So it's very, it can happen, but it depends on your mind, how you think about the person, how you meet the person and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
We're gonna bring Mr. Johnny Drip today.
Drip.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Happening?
Not much, man. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
Sally.
Yeah, what's up, Mr. Stokes? I heard what you said, man.
The candy man is back.
I hear you, man. Don't listen to that guy. I ain't the candy man.
Mr. Drip, what you got for us today?
Man, I've been sitting here listening, and it's interesting because it touched on certain facets of my life and personal relationships throughout the years myself. You know, the whole, you got the best girlfriend or the best guy friend. Can it be done? It can be done. I rarely see it done without any complications. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man, with us being people, men and women, you know, we territorial species, man. You know, I can't, to me, if I heard, you know, earlier, Miss Shelley, she left. I wish y'all would have put me on while she was here. But she said she got Patrick, her best friend.
Hey, one second. Our sister is graduating today, so she getting ready to cross the stage, and we about to yell out for her real quick.
And we want y'all to help us give her a good, you know, yell out for congratulations.
Most definitely.
Hold on 1 second for us.
Put it close to the phone so they can hear. She coming up.
She says, Keela says she's coming up.
Y'all hear that?
You hear the names.
Okay.
Vincent Otis Evans.
Her name is Charnel Smith.
Evelyn Quinton. John Thomas Colton IV.
She in a certain class though.
Isaiah Gray.
Bro, we just I don't know.
What kind of graduation does this? They going out of order, y'all.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth Chen. Douglas Richner.
You call it Keela or something?
No, Keela started. She started fiercely texting all of us saying Charnel about to cross. I'm like, okay, well, let's do it. We've been sitting here for 2 minutes.
Oh, that could be any time.
Shanessa DeLon Stewart.
That's not her name.
Jess Johns. Rachel McEntee.
She just texted me too. How you text me in the graduation?
Yerlis Hernandez.
We appreciate y'all patience, y'all.
Samina Ramon.
Today has been a trying day. Microphone, graduation.
Mira Maresh Ula.
We tell her we're gonna get this thing right one day.
Celine Marie Sipe. Ayman Asiri. Margaret Malachek. Nada Laura Moss. Beatriz Torres. Jennifer Graham.
She sent you a text. Sure, I'll call you right back.
Jason Sartorio. Miten Patel. Belinda Russell. Crystal Salas. Lauren Reynolds.
I know she's about to walk across.
Malcolm Carroll.
I got about 4 minutes, Jim. I got to split.
All right.
Caitlin Campy.
All right.
Where's it at? Ryan Graves.
She already walked off.
They ain't say a name.
Unless we on damn late. Yeah, late delay. Well, we're gonna say congratulations to our sister. She just walked.
Oh, that's good. There you go.
And she cute, y'all. She cute, y'all. Hey! I appreciate y'all with that congratulations. Yeah. She probably gonna watch the podcast, so okay, but I just want to say congratulations to our sister Charnel. It was an unbelievable accomplishment getting masters in 2 different. I don't even know the situation she's in, but getting her masters, and she worked so hard. I'm so proud of her. Daddy will be proud, Charnel, when we see this, and congratulations. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Back to Mr. Drip.
Back to Drip.
Oh man, now I gotta pick it up where I left off at.
You be preaching to us.
You was talking about you wish you would have got on with Miss Shelley.
Okay, there we go. Now you done brought me back. Like I was saying, she said she got this best friend, Patrick, you know, and I understand that, you know, he been there through some trying times. But then when she said, you know, she'll tell her boyfriend, you know, Patrick ain't going nowhere. You'll go somewhere before Patrick already. I'm looking like, hold on, Chief. you didn't put me behind the 8 ball already coming into the relationship.
That's what I was saying.
You know, you telling me this guy's more valuable than me no matter what. Now, I understand what she's trying to say. You know, he been a good friend. You know, better way to phrase that would have been, you know, he's been here for me, you know. So right now, since we in the beginning, you know, that's my guy. But as we progress and I see this moving forward, then you take the number one spot. The way she made it seem like it's no way for you to get number one, Patrick number one. You just over here, you know, so you got to deal with it. Me personally, female tell me that, I'm like, who the F you think you're talking to? Like, hold on. Because when you in a relationship, whether it's, you know, your significant other, your husband, wife, no one comes before that person. Only God comes before that person. You know, and I think with that mindset, it's like, whoa, how can you ever form a long-term relationship? Because as a person, I'm thinking like, man, no matter what I do and how much I do or what I show, this guy number one. I can never be number one. And as a female, I don't know too many females. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm looking at a female and saying, you know what, this is my home girl. And, you know, we've been up and down the road. And
they would never
y'all seen Nelly's face on that?
Right. You see what she looked like. Oh, no, that ain't going to happen. You know,
sorry to cut you off, Nelly. Why'd you make that face?
Why did I make that face? It's because, like, hell no. Like, I'm number one. Like, that's the.
I mean, for a female, because she's like, I'm number one, no matter what. Women wouldn't say that.
Unless you have kids, that's a whole nother story.
But that's a different story. That's a different story. However, if a man can't say, all right, this is my female friend, she gonna be here regardless. You know what I'm saying? But a woman can say that, and everybody think it's cool. It's cool for them to say that.
I didn't say it was cool.
No. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying because just like Telly was saying, like what was the girl's name? Shelly came on and was like, "Hey, he gonna be here longer than you." Now, what if a man said that to a female? She gonna be here longer than you. Okay.
Would you even
do you? You know what I'm saying? Do you?
Yeah.
So you would be okay with a dude telling you that?
Hell no.
Oh. But I know you didn't say it, but it's okay for a female to say that.
I didn't say it was okay. I already have boundaries when it comes to my friends, but like it's like a no, because then it's like, what is the point of us being in a relationship? And if you're already telling me that this is already going to be, he's already anything he do, anything he say is nah, hell no.
I agree with you, Nettie. I agree with you.
Hold on.
I understand you have friends, but it's like, nah, you come out and say that.
Hold on.
So we want to slide Nate in because he's kind of on the other side of the track, and I want to get his perspective.
He said I'm talking too much.
But Nate's kind of on the other side. So Nate, just explain your situation.
So the same thing happened as far as one of my friends telling her boyfriend at the time that he was going to be here, you know what I'm saying, the whole spiel. And on my end, I told her, hey, I don't think that's not a good look because I can't give you what he gives you. As for a relationship, you know what I'm saying, thing. Now, we're going to be cool, but it's just things that a boyfriend's going to do that I can't do. and I just had to let her know that because I don't want you ruining anything for yourself.
Right.
Because you might meet somebody who don't want you to have a male friend or whatever the case may be, and we can be cool. But I mean, at the same time, I still gotta know my position and play my position right. Like I'm not gonna be sitting here calling her 2:00 in the morning because on my end, that's not something you should do if your friend has a counterpart. So, yeah. When you in this role, I think the other person also still has to know their role when it comes to everything and play their part accordingly.
But you have morals. you was brought up and raised with morals. Some people.
You didn't tell me that yesterday.
Some people don't have that.
But I'm being real now. I was just playing around.
But yeah, like I wouldn't step out my boundaries. Like I wouldn't. Like we hang out. We all of us hang out now. It's not something like I hang out with her and we're out 8 hours just hanging out with just me and her. Not like me. If I'm hanging out with her, he's in the equation. But me and him hang out too without her, and I hang out with their kids without them.
Well, you the godfather.
Yeah, I am. But I'm saying like I make sure that nobody has to worry about Nate doing anything out of pocket.
Right.
That's
but
just.
I will tell you another thing too. Not being able to juggle that it cause a lot of emotional stress in relationships. Like if you trying to depend on what the purpose is of the relationship. If you got a person that you're trying to make into a life partner, a wife, or something like that, then you have to take their feelings in consideration. And and if they're not comfortable with this person on the side, then you should definitely consider it. It's important because if they're going to be your life partner, you're going to build a family and whatever, then how they feel is important. But at the same time, you can't be all prideful and be like, yo, I had this person say he's been here for me all this time and he always going to be here. I mean, that's a little bit of pride as well that you can't, separate from this person that of course he's been there for you. We're not saying you can't talk to him, but he just don't have to be around as much, or at least take in consideration how I feel about this whole scenario if we're trying to build something. Because what happened is that individual, that new guy, he won't feel important. Just like Mr. Drip said, he won't feel like he's important and he'll feel second and he's going to be like, I'm out. And you can possibly lose a good guy, a good husband, because you're so prideful, you can't dummy down or you can't take this personal relationship and bring it down a notch. Because that's all it is. We're not saying you can't communicate with the person ever. You just don't. He can't come and go at the house. If I'll be honest with you, I can understand if having a friend. I'm not in the dating stages, but if I was dating a girl and there was a guy that could come and go more than me, oh no. I don't like
exactly. No, I don't think I have to agree with that.
Yeah, like she was like, Patrick can come and go when he want to, but you need to give me a call first. I'm like,
well, I don't think she said that, but
no, she didn't say that. She didn't say that.
Because Nate is on the other side of the fence of that because he is the best friend. You know what I'm saying?
But like you said, it all comes to the morals of the person too.
But no, I think what Nate said is a very good example. Because like what Adrian's saying, he's putting it on the spouse, both of the spouses. But on this end with Nate, you have a friend, a true friend, saying, I'm not gonna put that on y'all. Hey, I'm gonna fall back a little bit, if I got to.
And I also told her that, if he's not comfortable with that, like I'll step back. And like whenever we hang out, we'll just all hang out together and that's what it'll be.
Yeah. But it shouldn't be you saying you'll step back. She should know that. Be like, yo, I'm gonna step you back.
There you go.
Stokes, you got something to say?
Good, Leo.
I mean, I agree. Mr. Drip, and once you come to me and say, "Oh, he this, that, and the third," and I'm bye. We not even gonna make it past the first dinner. I tell you what, if he coming before me, I tell you what, waiter, bring her 2 checks. You make Patrick That's what you do. Nah, I think that's I think you have to have a certain boundary when you do have, because I do have a female friend and she is in a relationship and we have a great friendship, but we also have a boundary.
The truth comes out.
Well, we have a boundary though. Like we've never done anything. We've never done anything. I've never stayed the night with her, like nothing like that. And like we have a boundary. So like after like 9 o'clock, 9:30ish, we kind of like, all right, I'll holler at you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If we are talking about something and we do like hang out, but it's never really like, oh, it's some like, let's go out, hang out. It was one of them things like the last time me and her hung out. Like she dead serious was like, hey, I'm trying to get my dude a birthday gift and I want your male input. And so that's the reason why we met and we got in. Other than that, we create a boundary to that relationship. Where, like, position her dude type of way. So it's create a boundary. To be like, hey, could you help me do this, that, and the third? And I'm just like, well, do you think you'll do it? She'd be like, yeah. Well, you should ask him. And she'd be like, you right, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So we create a boundary and we don't cross that boundary. And that's the reason why me and her are able to maintain a platonic like friendship. Because we created a boundary and it's like, I'm mindful of him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's like a lot of dudes aren't mindful of the other dude. Like if you're you're in a relationship with somebody, you have to be mindful of that other person. And I'm always mindful of him. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff, like I even go so far as like I gave her my HBO Max password because she was like, my dude want to watch Godzilla. And I'm like, well, here's my password and you can just hop on the other account so you and him can watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, oh yeah, you can come over to my house and watch it. No, that's grimy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no. So we have a boundary and you have to create that boundary. And it's like, if you don't create that boundary, then you'll never have a relationship. So it's just like, I'm with Miss Netta. She's kind of like, bro, I ain't number one. Hell no. What's wrong with you? Like, that's not going to go. And there is a double standard because ain't no way in hell a dude going to tell a female, that's my girl and she ain't never going nowhere. The first thing a female going to be out, well, y'all might as well keep effing each other then.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
There you go.
Well, you know how guys are. You know how guys are. We're gonna be like, oh, she ain't nobody.
All right, with our dumb self, like, oh man, nah, man, that's just my homegirl, man. You tripping, chick?
No, that don't fly with us for some odd reason. The female can say, oh, that's my dude, and you supposed to be like, oh, okay. But as soon as you say, no, that's my girl, no, she want to F you. You know, y'all done messed around. I'm like, wait a minute, how did we get there? Because I know how females think, and I'm like, well, I know how dudes think.
You know what though? But you right though, because my granddaddy said something to me a long time ago. My granddaddy was an old school player. He was like, you want to know the reason why females don't like other females? Because they understand each other.
Yeah.
And so, hey, like I said, females peep game. And one thing I know is a female will tell you which one of your homeboys is for you and which one of your homeboys ain't for you. Females peep game. Females look further than dudes ever look. And like somebody said it, you know what I'm saying? Us dudes, we kind of slow sometimes. So we don't catch on to stuff. Females see it like that and they let you know. So if a female feel like, hey, nah, bro, she wants you, then I say it's the good 75% chance that she might be right. So listen to your lady.
She might be right, but let's stop lying. We ain't slow. We just pretend to be slow. Let's stop the lying right now, man. We be knowing when a female want us. We just got to play it off so we don't get in trouble. Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't, you know, because females, you are right. Your granddaddy right. Females are like, I don't know, ninja assassins. They quiet. They understand what path they're going to take, how they're going to do it. So, but we understand too. So let's stop lying. We know.
Hey, boy, you need to hush. You messing up the game. Y'all need to go.
I know. I mean, we all telling secrets though, baby. You just said you gave up your HBO Max password. Now, if your HBO don't work, you know why? You just said it.
Hey, go. So, Nanny, go ahead. You know good hosting.
Jimmy put this comment up, and your face turned instantly.
Your whole demeanor just changed, and we want. And this is kind of not even on the subject right now, the relationships, because I know why your demeanor changed. I just want to hear you say it. So, what was your thoughts when you saw that comment by one of our homeboys?
You remember Horace, right? Horace HP.
She remember
Horace. This is his brother.
Oh wow.
So what was going through your mind when you read that?
I feel like kids should always come over. Like I feel like when I'm with a man and he don't put his kids and he got kids, because I don't have any kids, but you should be putting your kids for everyone. And what he said, a wife and wife or a husband should be first. Heck no, your kids should be first.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Go ahead, Mr.
I think he may have been talking in the context of like my wife and our kids that we like had together. I think that might have been because I was looking at that comment and I thought about it too. Because it's like it's kind of real. Like if I'm with a woman and I married her and I chose her out of all the women and then we had kids, it's just like I chose this wife. I ain't choose these kids. So
they are married and they have 2 kids together.
Yeah, so I get what he's saying. I think, like, saying your wife was the reason why you have these kids. Now, in Miss Netta's case, like, if you messing with somebody and they choosing you over their kids, then that just goes to show you the kind of character of the person that you're dealing with. And you probably
I think Stokes just cleared that up.
No, it don't need no clearing up. He just said wife and husband.
No.
Yeah, you're right. But a husband and wife is different than having a girlfriend, and it don't matter if it's the kids y'all had or if it's the kids from a previous relationship. Your husband or your wife is number one. Period. It's number one. Period. And so, and
well, I'm not married, so I don't know.
Right. Well, this is some advice. Because divorce is high, and the reason divorce is high is because we don't respect our spouse the way we should. We use this excuse, oh, the kids, I'm putting my kids first. Once you get married, it's different. It becomes a pressure. It's a lot of pressure. It takes a lot of prayer, but you have to put them first. And sometimes you got to tell your kids no. If they teenagers or whatever, you got to be like, nope, I can't do that for you, or it's not the way to go right now, whatever the situation is. But because you got to think, a life partner is somebody you want to be with you for the rest of your life. The kids is temporary. You want them to grow and get out of the house and do their own thing, and you're going to still be with this person. And so you don't want to jeopardize that by mismanaging the importance of everybody that's in your life. They go before your mom, your dad, your kids, and before yourself. Even before yourself, sometimes you got to put other people first.
I thought Coach
it just depends, though.
Leave this man alone. He preaching.
And the reason I can say that is because I made enough mistakes in the past to know right now my biggest problem was being selfish, putting everybody first. I mean, not putting the right people in my life in the right place, namely my spouse, as opposed to my kids or my friends, whoever that was. So I learned my lesson, and I'm thankful for that.
Now that's some real stuff.
Thank you, Coach.
That is real.
Where did you have to go so badly that you told us you had to go when we was listening to the graduation? I got 4 minutes. You done been here for about another 20.
It's good. It's a good thing I'm the boss, so I won't get in trouble.
I'm just playing with you. But I think as far as Coach A is right. Once you're married, you gotta hold that marriage together with that husband and wife, and those kids follow through. Actually, I think the kids is on a totally different conversation. To be honest,
I don't think Nettie gonna be at her wedding.
Actually, it's all the same.
What?
Actually,
yeah, right now.
What'd you say?
I said I don't think you're gonna be having vows at your wedding.
Why you say that?
You said that talking about some of the kids come first, forget the husband.
Oh my goodness. So I'm sitting here transitioning to the host. I'm not the host today, Nick.
No, I thought Nettie was
Hey,
going
what was
to say
Drip
something.
gonna say? What would you have to say, man? Drip was just saying something.
Oh, well, I was saying that it all does come together. It's like when I first got married, when I was first getting married, I went to my mom. She'd been married to over 20 years to my dad. And I was talking to her about marriage, like, and I said that, the kids were always, the kids are always going to be first. And my mom stopped me, said, until you get married. When you get married, then your wife becomes number one above everybody and anybody. And I'm looking like, this is your grandkids you talking about, She was like, no, your wife become number one. And I had to think about it. And I said, you know what? She's right, because me and my wife is the foundation of the structure. If she's not happy, then I'm not happy. Then it trickles down to the kids, and the kids aren't happy. It makes for an unhappy household. So ain't nobody saying F the kids, forget them kids. It's, we got to make sure we tight so they can be tight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because kids can pick up on that. If an unhappy household, and then they just go off in the world unhappy. And like you said, the kids are temporary. Your kids are going to grow up. They're going to go out in the world. They're going to find them a somebody. And when they find that somebody, I dare you to say something crazy about that somebody, because they're going to cut you out. They're going to be like, well, I can't mess with dad. I love this person. Yeah. And I mean, you got to have that mindset. And plus, it's also a good model for kids on how to act in a relationship, a healthy relationship. It goes back to that argument. I always see this argument on Facebook, and y'all probably seen it. Who get to play the fool first, the kids or the man? Now, you want to start a firestorm. That's the argument you put out. Because I hear so many women saying, oh, my kid's going to eat first. F that dude and other. I'm like, how long does it take you to fix a plate? 30 minutes? I'm like, you act like the kid's going to starve in 3 seconds. Like, dang. I'm like, the man can go to work, break his back, and come down, sit down at home, and his plate is last with one drumstick left. Like, whoa, hold on. Like, that's just crazy to me. It's like, you gotta, especially like Coach A said, we use this excuse that the kids, when really it's just you being hard-headed and willful and stubborn. That's all.
Talk your mess. Talk your mess.
No,
talk your mess.
Are you trying to be respectful now?
Jimmy trying to be nice right now. He's trying to get Jimmy to talk his mess, but I guess he don't want to do it.
No, and we're not gonna force him to.
No, we gonna force him to talk his mess right now. But no, you right. You're right, Charlie. You're absolutely right. But,
text it to me, Jimmy. I said.
Hey, Stokes don't mind being
Stokes, I got a question for you.
What's up?
You all over the place right now.
Hold on. Do y'all be seeing his Toxic Tuesdays?
I love it.
His Toxic Tuesdays are amazing, and I honestly want to bring his Toxic Tuesdays to the show. And we'll talk about that later. But his Toxic Tuesdays are amazing. Go ahead, Nick.
Stokes. Earlier you said something about you was a side dude for 7 years.
Yeah.
And then minutes later, not minutes later, but you say you respect the girl relationship. So you talking about 2 different girls?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 different girls.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, Stokes, you're an angel on one end, and on the other end, you're a devil. What's going on?
Hey, one of them go to church and the other one a heathen. So,
so it worked out. Hey, Stokes like balance. We gotta have balance.
You just out here playing your role.
I'm just, what I'm saying? I'm going off the vibe. I'm going whatever you going with. So if this is the life you living, I'm here to support you, you know what I'm saying, safely as possible. And if you being a good Christian woman, going to church and respecting your relationship and your man, I'm gonna be a good friend and respect your relationship and your man too. So no, it's all good. We just going off the vibe here.
Oh, okay. I like it.
And I was talking about what Mr. Telly was talking about earlier. I hear that behind argument too about who get the plate first. I'm like, Mr. Telly, how damn long it take you to make a plate of food, man?
I swear.
Hey, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go fix my own plate because she's taking that's all.
You want to know who get a plate of food first? Whatever bowl of plate I grab first. Big plate. The man getting food first. If I just happen to have one of the little plates for the kids in my hand first, the kid getting the plate. I'm like him. How long it take you to make food? We all know hot, so I don't understand. Like that, yeah. I think that's just immaturity, man. You be arguing about nonsense. Like my baby's gonna eat first, and I'd be like, okay, you want me to help you make them a plate of food? Like I ain't got no issue with that. Long as you don't have me no kid's plate, we all right, you know. You see between them. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but no, I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? If you respect your relationship, then I respect you for it. And you know, if I'm gonna be the side dude, then I'm gonna be the best side.
So pretty much, you saying you give them what they ask for?
I'm going off whatever vibe you're going off of. You know what I'm saying? That's the like. That's that karma on you. That ain't my husband.
That's what Jimmy answered.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy wanted to say. Jimmy wanted to say, "I'm just giving them what they asked for."
That's it. If that's what you want, that's what you want. At the end of the day, you gotta answer the God for that triflingness, not me. That ain't my karma. That's yours.
You gotta answer God too.
Yeah. That don't sound like the Stokes that was just talking though. I don't know why they put you on the spot like that. We know.
Listen, I'm a very versatile person, man. Like I said, I go off the type of person. You know what I'm saying? As long as it don't end me up in jail or shootout, we can rock, baby. I don't care.
They don't want them shootout problems.
Yeah, he got arsenals. But I think we're gonna go unless anybody got any else thing to say.
Natty, you got any businesses, anything you want to shout out that you got going on?
Nope.
Straight to the point. Nope.
So hey, the only business she got is minding her own, obviously.
Hey, she got the statement of the day. She like, you don't need to go to the barbecue. You ain't my man. I was done.
The boundaries.
You can't even go on a talk show with the peoples. Nah, bro, you good. You can watch on Facebook, but you can't come.
I know we was about to wrap up, but we got to read this from Matisse.
Don't mess with a name like that.
So, all right, I ain't gonna say it.
Don't mess the man's name up.
Would you date someone who needs their mother's permission to go out? She's almost 24 and her mom is really controlling.
Hey, let Coach say this. I want to hear what Coach got to say. Coach, I want to hear what he got to say.
And then I want Stokes to go next.
Hey, I bet you they're from the West Indies. I promise you.
Coach, what do you think about this?
That's the beginning of the end right there, man. If they're not there, if they can't make their own decisions, then you might as well skip them and date their mom, because that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. So it's gonna be so much problem because not only are they getting permission from their mom, you know they're gonna be running back and forth to their mom with any type of issues or problems that you having or stuff like that. They're gonna be all in your business, and it's just they're going to have to grow up in order for that relationship to thrive like it should. They're going to have to grow out of that and be a little bit more confident in their own decision making. So, yeah, I would highly be, I guess, cautious in a relationship like that. So that's my take. Telling you.
I'm with Coach on that one. Depending on how the mom looks, shoot, I might just date the mom, shoot.
Oh my god!
But nah, real talk. Nah, because at that point you just raising a grown behind child. Because if the mom's being that controlling, they're not letting that person grow up, and you just dating a grown child. And unless you want to walk into this girl life and play daddy, stepdaddy, whatever, that's what you're gonna be doing. So if the mom is that controlling, then I mean the mom doesn't trust that child to make the right decisions for themselves. And so she's not gonna trust you to make this decisions for that child. And so that's dead. That's dead in the water. Unless you want to raise a grown behind child, that's dead in the water, bro. Don't let it go, big dog.
Telly. And okay. Hey, Telly, what you think about that?
Man, look here. I started dressing myself at 9 years old. I broke away from my mama. So you telling me a 24-year-old got to get permission to go out and do certain things? Like they said, it's dead in the water, because me personally, it sounds like she's still breastfeeding at 24 or something. I don't want to see that, Nobody sucking, mom saying, you can't go nowhere. You can't do this. You got to do that. Like they said, you might as well date the mom. She got all the control. You 24. We grow up to go out in the world and make our own decisions. You're not going to have a relationship with that person whatsoever. Period.
Hey, Nelly, what you think?
It's boundaries she got to put on that, because my mom is very controlling as well. But it's just boundaries. You just got to let her know, like, certain things you got to. And I'm 32 years old. My mom's still trying to control my life. Like, and we not even together.
Right.
Like, you just got to put boundaries. It's dead. You need to walk away from that, because their mom's going to be in their relationship. She's going to be there in the relationship, in the middle of it. She probably try to call you when the argument stuff.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I want to say something about this. Or you can just be like, straight up and honest and see where that gets you. Just tell her and her mama, hey, like tell the mama, hey, you need to stay in your place. I don't think you need to step to that, mama. For real. You need to step to that, mama. Say it again.
So you don't need to go to her mom.
No, because I mean, maybe ain't nobody ever did that. I say a lot of times people do it because they can get away with it. But so if you can stop it at the head, and ain't nobody ever done this to the mama, maybe she'll stay out your business.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that. The best thing you could do is talk to that person, either that girl or that guy, and let them know that they can make decisions, that they're grown and they don't need to go to their mother for all these questions. But you don't go to the mom and just be like, stay out of our business.
I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to the mom and the sister and the girl I'm talking to.
Hey, y'all seen the Water Boy?
Hey, Melissa, we see all your comments. We just need you to hop on now. I already sent you the link. Come on now.
But if anybody else got anything to say?
But hey, I'm down with B's idea. If y'all really want to talk about the Toxic Tuesdays, I'll tell you where it came from.
I think we're gonna link up with you and figure that out, because I want to get your whole thought process of putting out a Toxic Tuesday and what you're really trying to achieve by putting that out.
100% uncut honesty.
That's what I want. That's exactly what we want. So
all of it.
We're gonna link up with you and see what we can do with that, brother.
I appreciate it. I got you.
Hey, from Brazil. If we do, I want you to like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe. Stokes, like and subscribe. Mr. Drip, like and subscribe. Everybody like and subscribe. But on the real note, we thank everybody for chiming in. Like I said, if it's just for a couple seconds. Thanks for joining us, Nettie. Thanks for coming on, Mr. Drip. Jody Stone Skywalker. We appreciate you. Toxic Tuesdays is coming on the way. And we also want to thank Shelly for coming on. And we just hope y'all have a great Saturday and Sunday. And the barbecue is up. Come eat with us next week.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. And thank you to all the people that commented too.
Yes, let's thank everybody that was in the comments. We appreciate you. We appreciate that question. Mateus said he was just looking through and he saw us, so he just jumped on. So we appreciate you gracing us with your question, and so everybody got a little opinion about it. So
so Mateus, now you part of the family. You a cousin. Make sure you bring your other family members to the barbecue next week.
Yeah, and like Nick said,
9
like
o'clock.
and subscribe, please. We want to grow as a family. Y'all are helping us grow. We are nothing without any one of you. So we thank you so much.
Next Saturday, 9 a.m.
Next Saturday, 9 a.m. We are Family Talk. It's your boy P.
Nate.
Nick. Coach A. And remember, if they ain't your boyfriend, they can't go to the barbecue.
With that note, me out.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.